Yes, guys, welcome back to Bala Sport TV. How you guys doing? George, Solo, what's going on, brother?
What's going on, gentlemen?
What's going on?
Man,
The NBA schedule is out, and we are here today to discuss the NBA schedule, the open night. This is like Hollywood right here, man. This what the commissioner was waiting for. Where's LeBron going? Where's LeBron going? Where's LeBron going? And the booyah, he dropped us with a must see TV game. The NBA basketball is official back with the league schedule is out and loaded. The first night, Detroit versus 76, Boston, Knicks versus 76ers, excuse me, and the Game 7 rematch. I think the most rivalry team, in my opinion, in the Western Conference. OKC versus the Spurs. Fellas, we're going to get to it. We're going to break everything down. I want to hear the New York Knicks fan speak after 53 years. You're about to raise the banner for the first time in 53 years, excuse me. Damn. Speaking of that, man, that's a long time ago, bro.
That's a long time.
yeah, man, that was 1970, what, 23, 26, whenever it was.
Yeah, we
That's the
wasn't
last
even
time.
born then.
I
So
wasn't
see
even
why
born
New York
then.
is going crazy.
I just hear the stories about it.
That's a whole new generation.
Right. Damn. That's
Listen,
5 decades, bro.
that's why it's so sweet.
It doesn't seem like it because if the Lakers would have won, it would be more. You'd be more televised if the Lakers would have
Oh
won.
my God! Listen,
You know,
I remember. You guys remember the in-season tournament? So the Knicks won that tournament, right? And everybody was asking them, "Are you gonna raise the banner?" The Knicks were like, we're not doing that." And then some fans were like, "You better raise the banner because that's the only championship you're ever gonna win." Guess what? By the end of the season, NBA champions. So now, actually, they are the first team, and I know the NBA the championship
There we go.
just started. The only team to win both.
When the Lakers first won it, guys like you were saying that doesn't count. It's just an in-season tournament. It doesn't matter when the Lakers be the first team to
No,
win
that's
it.
not true. Musa, I've been trying to convince you that the bubble Lakers championship was more difficult than other championships. You keep saying, "Oh, that
I ain't
was
talking about the bubble. I'm talking about the in-season tournaments when we were the first team to win it, and
you
all
didn't
I
win
heard was
both.
guys
Did you win the NBA championship too?
not the same year.
That's what I said. First team to win both in the same year.
No, I'm just saying we was the first team to win the in-season tournament, and the guys like you was criticizing that doesn't
Nah,
even count.
not
It
me.
doesn't matter. You know,
Never.
it's always all the in-season tournament. That's not even a
Listen,
real tournament. Blah,
never
blah,
ever,
blah. Now here we go. New York Knicks fans are celebrating in-season tournament.
never ever. Also, as much as so many people around the NBA, they try to move away or move on from LeBron James being the face of the NBA. It says a lot when the commissioner comes out and says, we can't make the schedule until we know where LeBron is going. That tells you everything.
It
But
does.
let's get to this, man. I agree. I know there's a LeBron James fan here, so I got to pump my brake. I'm not going to overpass that.
Who
Joe,
is?
wherever LeBron goes, that's his team. So now he's a 76er fan. At least we got one in the building.
Who you talking about? George?
Yes. What do you mean?
Well, he didn't say the name. He just said some people move, where LeBron move, they move.
I'm just saying that I am happy I could watch the game at 7 and end the game at 9. Now I don't have to wait till 10:30, 11 to watch games till 1.
Why? He was in Cleveland and Miami. You watched it at 7 o'clock.
That is my point.
Talking about for the past
The
8
last
years.
8 years, I had to be watching the game at 10 o'clock and yeah, no,
You're not a diehard. If you're a diehard, you stay up.
that
Now,
is the point.
Speaking of that, man, let's get to it, man.
Knicks.
76ers versus the New York Knicks at the Madison Square Garden. Can't get any better than this, man. At home,
Christmas Day?
raising the banner. No, this is an open night.
Opening night.
Yeah, Sixers versus Knicks. Sixers, the new super team. We should call them, give some respect on LeBron's name. The new super team with Jalen Brown and LeBron making his debut at the Madison Square Garden, man. I want to get you guys' take on this. Is this the
Mecca
biggest game of
basketball.
the open night? And tell me why, especially after everything that you just said solo about LeBron, still the face of the league. Is this the biggest game at open night?
Like, what you mean? Like in history or
Like
in
just
recent
out of the,
years?
just in this opening here, it's just the first 3 games in the open night. I want to
mean-
start up with that just to get you guys warm up because I got
mean, of
point of view.
course, it's the biggest game. You have the biggest market, the maker of basketball, the NBA defending champions, and then you got the king, LeBron James and Philly, better Philly team coming to New York. Of course, that's a big game. I'm sure the NBA, they could not pass that up. They had to put that on the schedule. First game, which, listen, we all know the NBA is a business. The TV ratings for that game are going to be sky high. A lot of times, and most of you always make fun of me, but every time I say the Knicks, the Cowboys, the Yankees, it doesn't matter how bad they are.
The New York
Ratings are
Jets.
always high, which is good for business. I know you don't agree with it. A good example, right? San Antonio and OKC. You can making an argument. They're probably the best two teams in the NBA, right? You can make an argument.
Yeah.
But they get very little respect, even though they're the great team. But the way they play, they're small market teams. They don't generate a lot of attention, even though they're the best two teams. So I heard on the show earlier today, somebody was complaining about San Antonio and OKC not getting the respect they deserve because they're the best two teams. They're small markets. They don't generate a lot of revenue for the NBA. So as a result, Philadelphia, Boston, LA, New York, these are the main teams that make money for the NBA. So I'm not surprised with the whole schedule.
George, before you get to the question, I know you're a LeBron fan, and I like the fact that you're a LeBron fan because I finally took my hat off for LeBron making the right decision, going to Southwest Philly or South Philly, Sport Complex, make the right choice. That's what he did for the NBA. He didn't jump back to Miami. He didn't go to Cleveland. He definitely wasn't going to come to the Knicks because the Knicks already won the title. How?
Not a super team.
Yeah. So how do you think?
That's it. That's the criticism, right? He jumps on another super team.
Before you even finish your question, interesting part of the whole thing is that you are looking at a 42-year-old and you are going, that is a super team. Which 42-year-old will you say that about in any sport?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady.
Ask the question, Tom Brady.
I'm just saying. Who else in basketball history?
Why not?
You have a 42-year-old that played basketball, join a team, and you go, "Oh, that is a super team."
You know, back in the early, what was it 0203 when Jordan can't make the comeback? What do you want to call it?
When he went to the
to the Wizards?
Washington
Wizards. Guys like me that didn't watch Jordan play much in the early days, I was excited, but it wasn't really because Kobe Bryant was there. So I get what you're saying. The 42 years old
That
man.
is the point.
So
as soon as you hit 20 years in the league, there is everything else becomes a bonus for what you want to do.
That is true.
Right. So I am not even worried
if Kobe joined that Philly team, that'd be a super team.
No.
If Kobe joined that team, it would have been a super team.
Kobe stopped being productive in 2016.
What? Musa. Are you going to let this dude say that about Kobe?
I'm not saying anything about Kobe that is not.
What do you identify as productive? Because he wasn't winning championship or because the Lakers wasn't making
he scored 80 points in his last game. Whatever he scored, 60 points.
60.
Come on. The game that the whole team.
First of all, let's pause for a minute. I got the Kobe Bryant jersey, and rest in peace to the Black Mamba. Rest in peace to my greatest basketball player that ever walked on this planet. Okay, so if you gotta go to the route, bringing Kobe in this conversation, let me break a few things down for you. There's Kobe Bryant has the team that LeBron James had at this age,
but nobody really cared about it though.
Continue talking about LeBron. Stop.
That's the point. The point is that it's the way the media is talking about LeBron. It makes you look like it and go, dude is 42.
Yeah, but
even
it's productive.
At 35, you can't even get off your bed without negotiating with your knee to see if it's going to be stable or not. And we are talking about a 42-year-old and going, that's a super team.
So do you agree or you don't agree?
I don't agree. I think that he is going to play a role on that team. But if you are looking at it from the standpoint of they have Joel Embiid, they have Maxey, they have
Jaylen Brown.
Yes.
Then now you're talking why it's a super team.
That is the reason why.
But the super team is not. Look at how the media talks about it. When they got Jaylen Brown, did anybody say they were super team?
Because it wasn't complete.
Not until they got LeBron, then the topic became, this is a super team. Nobody would have cared if LeBron didn't join them.
Okay.
All right. So this leads to the next question, right? Why Philadelphia is so dangerous?
No, they ain't dangerous.
Seriously, they are though. But why you think George?
How are you going to hate on them like that?
Because he's a Knicks fan. I understand.
Hey, listen.
Uh-huh.
I think they're good enough to make the playoffs, and they might finish second in the East, but they're not going all the way. So that's not being dangerous. Being dangerous is being a threat to win the whole championship. They're not going all the way because we know Joel Embiid won't play all the games.
Who do you have coming out of the East?
Musa, tell him the answer, please.
Okay, before I jump on this bandwagon thing that Solomon think I'm going to do with the New York Knicks, right? All right, so let's get this straight, right? The 76ers are retooling, right? And you got a LeBron James. Now, you got every starter in the 76 right now, except for VJ Edgecoin, which is a rookie, they're all
He gonna be
average
good.
over 20 plus point, and he's still good, right? And then last season. So basically, the starting lineup score over 100 points a game, 100 points total for game, right? That's most teams in the NBA, but they were playing for different teams. Those averaging 20
Exactly.
points.
That's the point.
And that's a great that is. But when you have
There's
guys like
only one ball.
LeBron,
There's only one ball to go around.
right? But when you got guys like LeBron that was with the Lakers, the last couple of seasons when Luka got there, a year and a half or so, right? You see how LeBron make the sacrifice. You see how LeBron become more of the, hey, Luka, this is you.
Yeah.
You know, and then he coming down to where Maxey is best, basically his little brother, and LeBron is like a mentor. Jalen Brown's calling him a mentor, and now you got Joel Embiid, if healthy. That's any team, even the New York Knicks, if
healthy,
right? That's any team, right? If healthy, if Joel Embiid's healthy, and you got a Maxey, you got a LeBron, you got a VJ, and you telling me this is not a super team, or you telling me Solar this is not a dangerous team? I don't know what you're watching, because remember what Jalen Brown bring to the table.
My
The
only
better
question
version
is,
of OG is Jalen Brown.
What is the definition of a dangerous team? Making the playoffs, going all the way going the final of the Eastern Conference. What is a dangerous team in your definition in this topic?
In this topic, the squad they have.
That means that at any point,
how far are they going? What's dangerous?
At any night, at any point in a game,
we're not talking about
have somebody taking over the game.
We're talking about championships here.
I understand you, but you are looking at it and you're going, they have two starters that won championship on their roster, right? And they are now
MVPs
building their bench with championship pedigree players, right?
On the bench? Who's on the bench?
They have Caldwell Pope, and now they're thinking about bringing in Kevin Love.
Kevin Love?
No, you need that from your bench, right?
Kevin Love retired 5 years ago.
The main thing is that people go, if you look at their averages, right? I think the conversation becomes the efficiency with which they score the ball. Look at all five guys and look at it. Are they volunteers? There are players in the NBA that will get you 25 points, but they have to shoot the ball 30 times to get you 25. And there are players that need to shoot 15 times to get you 25. There's a reason why LeBron fits in with every team. It's because he doesn't need to shoot a volume to get his averages.
About the rest of the team, though.
That is my point. So you are looking at it from Maxey. What is his averages when it comes to shooting the ball? Does he need to shoot the ball 25 times to get to 20 points? Edgecombe, does he need to shoot the ball 15 times to get his averages? So if they can manage the efficiency with which they are shooting the ball, that will be the key to their success, because then you don't to get your averages, you don't need to shoot the ball multiple times, or you don't need to overshoot the ball.
Okay, all right. I got a question for you.
Yes.
Do you know who has the best shooting percentage on that Phillies team? Who had the best shooting percentage last season?
I would say Joel when he's healthy.
No, it was Maxey.
Maxey, okay.
Do you know what percentage you're shooting from?
No.
About 35%. That's the best shooter on the team. Okay.
Good point.
35% for 35%. That's why we're shooting.
Most of the times that he got to shoot that from the 3-point line, 35%, he got to create his own shot to shoot from the outside. Now imagine standing in the corner waiting for LeBron to pass you the ball.
He's not a catch and shoot. He's not Klay Thompson.
The point is, he is not even going to do that. If you are LeBron, you are 42. Why would you want to bring the ball up?
Let me ask you a question, though. The whole starting lineup, most of their points, all of them, come from the point, from the paint. So you're going to clog up the paint because you got LeBron is going trying to go in the paint. They got Joel trying to get in the paint. Then they're not going to average over 20 points, all of them.
No, Solo. If you would have said this maybe like 5-10 years ago, then I'll say, okay, right? But in today's NBA, when you know that shooting the 3 points is basically part of the game,
you got to make it.
Every coach is that line, right? I get what you're saying. I totally not discrediting what you're saying. But overall, when you look at it, when you got LeBron James, I see guys that play for the Lakers got better in the 3-point line shooting percentages. When you look at guys like Rui getting better shooting the 3 points, all you had to worry about, because you have to double team LeBron even at this age when you're going to the hole. You can't just leave him to go straight to the hole because he will make that layup. And I don't know what type of system they're gonna run, But I heard a lot of people talking about if they did the same thing that they did with Kyrie Irving, with Maxey, and you got Joel Embiid, dude, this is gonna be some dangerous team to worry about. I understand as a Knicks fan, you don't want us to say that because we don't know
Hey,
what's
we
gonna
will
happen
see.
8 months from
We'll,
now or whatever, a
hey,
month from now.
we'll see.
Richard, LeBron averages last year. He shot from the field goal. He shot about 51 or 52%. His 3 points was 38%. For a 41 going to 42-year-old guy, he shot from the free throw line. He shot 78%. So
Also,
basically,
the percentage don't matter a lot to some players, but some
That
players
is-
shoot a lot, some shoot less.
that's what I'm saying. So if you are looking at their starting five, Edgecombe can shoot the three. Maxey can shoot the three. Jalen Brown came from the Celtics team that shot like 60%
All right.
of their shots were from 3-point line. Joel Embiid can shoot a three. And you watch them, you watch how LeBron and KD and Steph played in the Olympics. You don't think that LeBron can just go, I'm going to average 15 points and average 15 assists? So he will just set a table for all the other guys to eat?
I think LeBron gonna do his part, but LeBron, he won't average a double-double all season long. We know that Joel Embiid won't play all season. The only players that you can really think they're gonna play the whole season is three players, the three young players. Joel Embiid and LeBron, they're gonna be resting every other game.
That is all you need.
They're not gonna play back-to-back. As a result, when the playoffs begin, their position, they want to have a home field advantage.
No,
Not against the Knicks.
would you take Boston, Indiana, Washington over Philly?
Hold up. Now we don't.
No. From what you are saying,
hold up.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's go through the teams. You mentioned the teams, right?
Mhm.
Let's say so now the East.
Let's start with Detroit.
The East is not as weak as it has been for years.
That is what I'm calling the team. So you
Okay.
tell me.
Detroit.
Philly.
Don't remember.
Don't
forget.
Over Philly.
Detroit was the best team in the East all season long until towards the end.
I'm just saying in the playoff. In the playoff series.
Well, I don't know.
You take Detroit over Philly?
I don't know.
No. From your basketball knowledge.
Are both teams healthy?
Healthy. Everybody healthy. Would you take Detroit over Philly?
Yeah, I take Detroit over Philly.
Let's stop.
Would you take Cavs over Philly?
Cleveland?
Huh? Don't think about it. Just go with it. No, that's a no.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Would you take Boston over Philly?
Boston gonna read too. I don't know what.
Would you take Miami over Philly?
No, because they got two big men and nothing else.
Okay. Would you take Washington over Philly? Because I think that Washington this year is going to make the Eastern Conference Final.
Washington
if they all stay healthy.
Now Washington is very interesting because we got Trae Young. We know he's a baller. We got Anthony Davis, right? So who else? Who doing another third star? Who's the third star they have? I know they've signed.
They have Debanza.
They've signed a few good players. I think the Wizards, they're not gonna be as bad. I don't think
they're gonna. And then they have Trae Young, and then they brought in who's the center for that was with the Lakers.
Rui?
No, the center for the Lakers. I forgot his name right now. DeAndre Ayton.
Yeah, Eddie.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna go all the way, but they're gonna improve a lot.
But they still have Saul on their team. So Washington is going to improve a lot. But would you take them over Philly?
No.
Would you take the Knicks?
Of course.
Even though they are defending champion, would you take them?
I take the
Knicks over Philly against LeBron James.
Anytime, anywhere, I take the Knicks.
So who's on the Knicks bench?
The same team we had last year.
No.
Exactly the same team.
There's a few.
We lost one player.
Yeah, lost a player.
I am saying both teams are healthy. You are taking the Knicks over.
You guys think
Philly.
You guys think Philly, with their age and the type of players, they can run up and down the court with the Knicks?
No, the playoffs you don't need to go up and down. That is the reason why the Knicks beat San Antonio. It's in the playoffs, the game slow down for you to play. So you are telling me you are going to take the Knicks team when the game slow down?
100%.
As for right now, as right now, because the Knicks are defending champs.
Yeah.
So I see why he's taking it. So with that,
you gotta take the Knicks.
So
you gotta beat them first.
With that being said, can the Knicks repeat solo?
No. Because.
But are they going to make the final for the East?
It is possible to repeat, but I think repeating is so hard. Not so many teams have done it. That's why I think they're gonna make a deep playoff run. But to repeat, like everything has to work perfect. Like last season was just unexpected. Like who thought the Knicks would be sweeping every single team they play? That don't happen like that.
Remember
I don't
what
see
you just
that.
said. Last season was unexpected because
I don't see that
there was no
happening.
bounty on the Knicks.
But
they showed us that with Jalen Brown,
OG.
you can still win a championship. I
OG.
know that female coach from San Antonio say you can never win a championship with a point guy like him, but we won a championship.
I think 2 years ago they were close.
The Knicks
under Thibodeau, yes.
Yeah,
they
but
got
we
the
know
injuries.
we know why he got fired because he played the same 5 players, all players, and they got tired. That's why he got fired.
They don't have anybody on the bench. Who do they have on the bench? Clarkson.
How did they win the How did they win the championship then?
They played their 5 players majority of the game.
The Knicks were going 10, 11 deep in the playoffs games.
Yeah, throwing somebody in for 2 minutes is not going 11 deep.
Remember, OG missed some games in the playoffs.
Yeah.
Towns missed. I mean, we had injuries too along the way, and we still was winning. Come on, Mickey. You got to give the Knicks some credit.
I'm giving you credit. But my point is that the Knicks, I think that 2 years ago, were closer.
Than last year?
The only thing that derailed them was that they got injuries and they got tired.
That is true.
So people make it sound like this run was a miracle run. They were prepared for this run, and they were prepared 3 years ago.
No, it wasn't a miracle run.
That they made last.
What I said is the manner they were winning games, they were sweeping teams. Like nobody expected that. I knew they could win series, but just sweeping teams like that. I mean, who would have thought? Even some of the best teams in the history of the NBA championship, they've not swept that many teams in the playoffs. So yes, I knew they could win some games, but the way they did it, like against Philly, come on, Cleveland.
There's a reason why you guys went 53 years without winning because because what? Yeah, you guys talk. The Knicks fans, you talk a lot. You don't. You don't. One and you all of a sudden
this comes from a fan who doesn't have a team, who follows one player wherever he goes. That's his new team. Are you talking about you fans talking?
Yeah, we nearly made it to the Knicks.
The nerve you say that you don't have a team.
The Knicks.
Now, can the Knicks repeat? Maybe yes, right?
I think so.
Maybe.
I think they have what it takes.
Right, but it's not happening.
But there's a but though, right? Repeating. I mean, repeating is hard than winning. Winning the first one, right? Because now every team treats you like a championship game. Now every team got you under. It's more like a bounty hunt now. Whenever you play against the New York Knicks, especially when it comes to the playoff, we've seen it happen in playtime in different sports. Once you win the first title, the second
when was the
title,
last team to repeat? The Warriors, right?
Yeah, Warriors, I think. So
yeah, it was the Warriors that did it in 17 and 18.
Because even if you look at the way the East is right now, teams are building to go beat the New York Knicks.
It is tough. It is tough.
Yeah, so it is kind of a little bit of, so and so. But LeBron being at 76ers, it gives the 76ers more chance. Even without LeBron, I remember maybe you mentioned this. Even getting just Jalen Brown coming there, they give them a chance to win the East. Now, with LeBron added with his experience, you don't need LeBron to play 82 games, even 65 games. All you need him for is the playoff.
Right.
If you get him healthy going to the playoff, due to the experience that George mentioned, you got 2 players that finals MVP, the won finals, of course, and then you got them on the same team going against the New York Knicks, which was a Cinderella story last season. And congratulations to them. So with that being said, right, if the game is on the line, this game, the first game, going to the fourth quarter, who do you trust to pull it off for the last minute?
Between who?
Between the Knicks and the 76ers.
You know what I'm going to say?
Don't do that.
Are you asking me or George?
Don't do that.
Go ahead, Solo. Go ahead.
Don't do that. He's asking a question of if they are all healthy.
I know. I know. Who has been the most clutch player in the past 4 years in the NBA?
Stop it.
Musa asked a question in the fourth quarter. The game is tied. Who do you trust more? That's what you asked, right?
Stop it.
I'm gonna give you the answer. Put the ball in Jalen Brown's hands, and the game is over. Period.
Who is closing?
I don't care. I don't care who you put on him.
Okay. So give me your closing five for the Knicks. Give me your closing five.
It depends how the game is going.
No, we saying we get the last 2 minutes.
Hold on. Remember,
the game is tied.
Hold on. Remember, some of those big games the Knicks won in the closing minutes. Like they had to make crazy different lineups. Some games Towns wasn't in the lineup.
So give me five. Give me a five. That will close.
It doesn't matter who's there as long as Jaylen Brown is on the team. He's gonna get the ball.
So you were saying that Jaylen Brown,
Jalen Brunson,
Jalen Brunson is going against. Let's say Philly.
There is nothing anybody in the NBA can do to Jaylen Brown. He's gonna create a shot. He's gonna create a foul. Something will always happen.
Do you know that the 76ers got a player that shut down Luka in the NBA Finals?
Come on, man.
That is what he doesn't realize.
You're gonna compare Luka is a great shooter. Luka doesn't work hard. Luka doesn't work hard. We know that.
The point I'm trying to make is this.
Luka doesn't work hard.
He doesn't work hard on defense. Did Jaylen Brown work hard on defense?
That is what I was going to say. You have the guy with the mastermind that can find mismatch at any point in time.
Who's that?
You get LeBron.
Oh, LeBron.
The problem is not the offense. The problem is that they will have to fish out Jalen Brunson to defend. And you have 76. You have LeBron. You have Edgecombe.
You guys.
You have Embiid. You have Maxey. You have Jalen Brown. So
we all watched the NBA season last season.
We're just saying 2 minutes. The ball is in LeBron's.
How many coaches in the NBA? How many lineups? How many teams try to stop the Knicks and Brunson? How many in the regular season?
Let's just talk about the playoff, right? Did he win against the Boston Celtics against Jaylen Brown?
Who knocked out Celtics the year before from the playoffs? The Knicks.
76ers.
No, you talking about last season when they were healthy. When they were healthy the year before, right?
The last season, did Jaylen Brunson win against the Boston Celtics with Jaylen Brown guarding him? Because you're talking about clutch last season, right? Of course, man. Jaylen Brunson is a great clutch player, but has he gone against, like George just mentioned, with a mastermind and defensive switch where they got to force Jaylen Brunson the other end to defend? A lot of teams didn't do that in the playoff.
Do you? So you guys think none of the teams in the NBA have tried to defend him like that?
Because none of the teams had the 5 guys that I'm talking about.
You can't put the 5 guys on him. You gotta put 1 guy on him. You don't have to pick 5 guys. Who beat 1 guy?
The NBA is more of switching positions. So
mismatch.
If you are switching, so you are switching from Brunson, you are switching from Jaylen Brown to Maxey. Then you switch again, you get Embiid. You switch again, you get Edgecombe. That is a tall task for you.
Look at San Antonio. Look at how physical and how long their guards are.
Being young is different. Experience always beat our young guys.
Always?
Experience will always beat you. So you think that if let's assume that
George,
this is
you're acting like you just started watching the NBA like you didn't watch last season. You watch what the Knicks did last season in the regular season, in the NBA championship game, and in the playoffs.
Got to a point in time, you, the Knicks fans, didn't even think you make the playoffs.
All right, Knicks fans. All right. I understand that. I understand that Knicks fans been waiting for this for generation just to hang the banner, right? And the banner says so. The ring ceremony is emotional, but the game start and the championship glory is gone when the game start, right? Now, last question for the New York Knicks, right? Can they handle the pressure of being the defending champs?
Of course, why not?
Now, this is where the problems start, right? Can you handle the pressure to be the defensive champ? There we go. This guy keeps saying about Maker, yo.
Come on, man. You gotta tell the Knicks they can't do. They don't know how to handle pressure. Dude, they're in the most pressurized city on the planet, New York City. You gonna ask me, can they handle the pressure? Are you serious? Come on, man.
Nah. I think for them to make a good run, they have to take a step back in the regular season.
So win less games?
I think so.
So they are what's the reason? So they are rested in the playoffs?
Yes. Because the reason being that in the East right now, you can talk about 6 teams. If everybody is healthy, it's a hell of a series that you're going to go through.
Yeah, but doing that, you might find yourself on the number 4 or 5th spot. And now you gotta go on the road the whole time.
You taking a back seat in the first half of the season doesn't mean that you are going to lose to teams like Utah or the Nets or
you just said a lot of teams are good now. Guess what? If you take it easy, all these teams you just mentioned, they're gonna pass you by.
No, it is all about the matchups that you are getting now, right? So it's not more about you getting a home court advantage, but more of the matchup for right now with the East. It's all about matchups. If you don't get the right matchups for yourself, you find yourself in a deep, deep trouble.
You guys remember in the NBA championship, right?
Mm-hmm.
You can pick what team you want to play, right? You guys remember?
Yeah.
I don't remember. I don't remember what team exactly. They picked a team to play, and they got spunked.
Yeah.
So you can't go back. Oh, you can't say, you know what? Let's avoid Philly or Boston when I play Cleveland. That's a dangerous game. You just let where the chips fall. But you do your best in the regular season. I think the most important part is staying healthy,
Mm-hmm.
and also have a little bit of enough rest. And in order to do that, you gotta have a deep bench. You can always overplay the 5 players like Thibodeau was doing, and then you get there healthy. But trying to take it easy on this game because when I rest up, it doesn't always work out like that.
Give Thibodeau credit. He laid the foundation for you guys.
He did.
Yeah.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, when you guys
did.
were struggling against San Antonio, the second game and the third game, look at how they dug themselves out.
He did.
It was all Thibodeau.
I give him credit, of course. I did.
Yeah.
I
All
do.
right, fellas,
But
man. Let's move on to this next game because this game there's a lot to talk about in New York Knicks. LeBron versus the Knicks. LeBron making 76er debut. Jaylen Brown, the Knicks. Great television, great Hollywood story. But this is the reason why I think this next game is the biggest storyline for the opener because there won't be no excuses if any one of these teams lose because the Knicks versus the 76ers, all LeBron and Jaylen Brown, this is the first game. If they lose, there's no chemistry, blah, blah, blah. If the Knicks lose, oh, it's emotional night. 53 years drought is over. They was hanging the banner. The ceremony got to them. But the Oklahoma Cities versus the San Antonio Spurs, there's no excuses. This is a rematch of Game 7. This is why I think it's the biggest storyline of this opener because these two teams, whenever they play against each other, it's like a playoff. They don't like each other. They hate each other. They talk shit to each other. You see Wemby cry when they beat them in Game 7. So I think that OKC had this day circled in the calendar. Say we can't wait to play these boys again. What is Game 1 or what is Game 2? What is Game 3? It doesn't matter. Whenever these two teams play last season, it feels like it's an NBA final. Now the Wemby versus Shea conversation. Can Wemby be the next back-to-back season MVP due to his performance last season? Talk to me, man. What you guys think on this matchup? George, I'd like you to go first because I want Solomon to take his time and digest everything about the New York Knicks ceremony coming up.
I think sometimes when you have a team that has your number, it's kind of difficult for you to get out of that web because as I said earlier, it's all about matchups, right? And the Spurs they can go 9 deep against OKC. And they do to OKC what OKC do to other teams, right? They cannot outrun the Spurs because they are both young. They cannot outdefend the Spurs because they are both young and they can defend. And so now it comes down to who is protecting the paint. You get Wemby against Chet. Whoever is winning that matchup,
it's always Wemby.
It's always going to win it. So the first game of the season is going to be who is going to win the matchup in the paint. Because both teams are young, they both run, they're both going to defend. So who is going to control the paint and who is going to control the pace of the game? And to me, that has been the most difficult part, the most difficult hurdle for OKC to overcome. Because if you think about the last season, the regular season, they lost 4 games against San Antonio. They came to the playoffs. San Antonio beat them. And thanks to that game, the emotional toll that it took on San Antonio, the Knicks took advantage of that. I would not admit that. So I'm just saying that they put all their effort, their emotions behind beating OKC, and they had nothing left to recover against the Knicks. And we all know what happened. But it's the Spurs they don't want anything more than beat OKC. So the first game, they are going to come out and put their stamp on the OKC team again and say, hey, we are here. Beating you last year in the playoff wasn't a fluke. We're just better than you guys.
Talk to them. Solo, OKC, coming back for
do.
revenge, or how does this work this season for them?
I mean, I do agree that probably the next 10 years, if both these teams stay the same,
Mhm.
this rivalry is going to be one of the best in the NBA.
Yeah.
If they can keep the players, we know how players are always moving. If both teams can keep the players they have, I think it's going to be a great rivalry for the next 10 years.
Mhm.
But I'm more excited. I'm looking forward, not to the reasons you gave. I do agree with the reasons you gave. But to me, my biggest reason is every single time that San Antonio beat OKC last season,
Mhm.
OKC was never healthy at all. Not even one time.
Fair.
So I'm looking forward to see both teams healthy
Mhm.
and see how they match up. I remember watching like even the games that San Antonio won, OKC looked like the better team, but somehow lost the game.
Yeah.
A lot of games they look better. And I can say the same thing even in the final when the Spurs were playing the Knicks. They looked like the better team all the time.
Yeah.
And somehow they lost, right?
Yeah.
So I'm trying to see if San Antonio is ready for the challenge to challenge OKC, take over the Western Conference with a healthy OKC team. Because like I said, the whole time they played, they were never fully healthy. So I want to see them, both teams, fully healthy, and then I can see if the real San Antonio has arrived. Of
Right.
course, yes, they have Wemby, who's the next face of the NBA, right? But don't count out OKC already because they still have a good team. Yes, OKC actually they remind me of San Antonio from the early 2000s with Tim Duncan, Tony Parker, Manu Ginobili. They're winning championships, but people didn't really love them because they're not exciting. All the players were quiet, they're not drama queens. They play in San Antonio, small market team, and this OKC team reminds me of that. Their brand of
Right.
basketball is not exciting. The Warriors gave us exciting basketball on the way to win championships. That's why Steph Curry is such an icon now because of what they did.
Mhm.
OKC and San Antonio, these two teams, is the only pure basketball fans like the two of you are excited to see San Antonio play OKC. The casual fan, they might watch, but you know what? It's not the big names. But the brand of basketball is not that exciting. But
Wait. Only what brand of basketball is that exciting to watch? Wimby, Shea.
to the casual fans, because the way these two teams play basketball, how can I say it? They play it so pure. Like the fundamentals are right. They do everything right. The pass the
Yeah. There's
ball,
no flashy.
right. Just go back and look at the Warriors when they win the championships.
Yeah, as a team, but as a team, but like individually, I think there's the kids out there that want to watch Shea play. There's the kids that want to watch
Yeah,
Wimby play.
but
Because the thing that Wimby do, even
yo, Musa,
Musa.
dude, man, how many kids look like Wemby in the world, man? Not too
Yeah.
many.
How many kids will
I'm
relate to
not
that?
talking about the related to
No,
how
but I
Wimby
mean
size
that's why
is,
the
but
kids want to watch
but that's the thing to see a man that height and that
Steph
size,
Curry.
and they play the way he played, that can handle the ball the way he does, that could shoot from three the way he does, that could pull over the mid range, and to see how Shea Butter do it, the
Yo,
smooth Shea
yo,
Butter.
Musa, but I was gonna
But
say,
Musa, solo 1 second. So let's do this exercise. So now let's look at it from this standpoint. If you close your eyes and think about OKC's playoff last year, what was the one highlight that you can pinpoint from Shea's game?
You
There you
just said
go.
it last year that OKC was not healthy because they
but they
didn't
play
have.
them
No,
with
no.
the
I mean, like
Right.
what? Just one flashy highlight that you can go. Yeah, Shea did that.
That's if you ask me right now, what's the one flashy highlight from the New York Knicks? What I'm gonna say, they come back and beat the Spurs.
No, I could go OG tipping.
yeah,
You talking about
Towns taking
Tippin,
over.
really?
Yeah,
Tippin?
no, that's what I'm saying. It's just one play, like one highlight play that you can go that sticks with you after leaving the game or after watching the game.
Yo, Musa, I think
Shea
this
doesn't have one of
Musa,
those.
Musa,
His
this
game
I
is
think
pure,
I think
simple.
this is what Joe's trying to say. Now, Shea, right? You can watch the game throughout the game, right? You might not think he's not doing much. By the end of the game, you have 30 points.
You have
You'll be
30
like, how do you
points.
get
Yeah.
30 points?
Right. You watch you seen it, right? But now I got a 15 years old son that's talking about Wimby and his friends, right? They're talking about Shea. Because you know what? Maybe they're not casual fans because
They're pure basketball fans. That's why.
No, they just play basketball. But if you ask them why, go, man, Dylan Harper, they can't stop talking about Dylan Harper. San Antonio, this is the thing, okay, right? All right.
It's the most
With me, with
recent
San
thing too.
Antonio versus OKC, right? Like you guys mentioned, they're gonna be the next rivalry, like the way Lakers San Antonio was back in the early days with Shaq and Kobe, right? You never know what's gonna happen. You never know if these two matchup. That's why both teams had 5 titles, because the Lakers got 6. But if you look at the matchup for me, like let's get back to the question, right?
Mhm.
I know that OKC had to rebalance their roster by getting rid of Luke Dirt, Isaiah George, if I'm not mistaken, Wiggin. So that means that Shea got to do a lot more offensively, and they're going to force him to play more defense. But what the San Antonio Spurs did is that they brought Tobias Harris in, right? If I'm not mistaken, that's his name, right?
Yeah,
Harris?
Tobias Harris.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They bring that in for stability and to see how they bring that. They don't need no more experiment around Wimby and none of that. They just need the stability of veteran players that could just go out and just play defense, right? They know how to close out the game. I think if they would have had him against the New York Knicks, who know what could have happened. Solo, don't clickbait that. I'm just saying it. But the matchup OKC versus San Antonio is going to be the face of the league, and there's a reason behind that. Because the individual players that they have, they are going to be. Shea's already the face of the league. If it's not one of the face of the league, Wimby's coming. So for you guys to say that based on one highlight, they are boring to watch. I don't think you guys are watching a real basketball. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because this guy's exciting to watch, man. You watching a great two players that's 20, 23, guy young in the 20s, going toe to toe. Shea had the best playoff game last year. And we all could know the reasons why. He needed help. He was tired. The fatigue, everything was showing at this series, but last year's playoff. But we can't say this man is not exciting to watch. You could hate him for going to the 3-point line, but that's also part of the game. Though. That's science right there. Matter draw them fouls the way he do, he could flop all you want. That's up to the referees. As we mentioned in soccer. Well, why do you guys always dive in? If I could do it, why not? If I could give him the and the free throw line, why not? If I could give me a PK, why not? Right? Shit is exciting to watch. You just gotta pay attention to the detail.
But what was the conversation around OKC throughout the playoffs? What was the conversation around it?
They're not healthy.
Everybody got tired of Shea flopping, and that was the conversation around their
You
team.
know what? I didn't like that conversation. By the way,
Yeah,
I didn't.
No,
like
I'm just saying that was the conversation
We
around
talk
the
about
team. That doesn't
flopping the
mean
way
it's
that
true.
Jalen Brunson be flopping.
No, the point is
man.
that the narrative around your team sometimes drive the viewership, right? But this one wasn't, and people criticize Jay Moran?
Yeah, Murray,
You like Ant-Man. When you watch them, they bring you out of your seat.
that's why they didn't win no titles.
Highlight. They get you out of your seat with something. They will try something out of the ordinary.
That's why they don't win titles, Musa.
I know. But that is the joy.
They're like African. They're like soccer.
Yeah, you want to go watch them because they have the charisma. They do something outside what you are used to. But if you're looking at the whole OKC, last year, what was the conversation around their team?
I get
Everybody
that.
got tired
Right.
of flopping, drawing fouls, and you can think about it as he is very artistic about drawing fouls. That is fine, but that is not a positive conversation around your team.
But how many great teams do you know that have positive conversation around their team?
I mean,
Throughout history,
Throughout history. Tom
mean,
Brady, they cheated.
how about the Warriors, man?
if you consider the Knicks,
The Warriors,
great team.
the Warriors is a super team. The super team, they got Kevin Durant. But they were cheating. That's a cheat code. There's always something. With the Eagles, they just won because of Tush Push. With the Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs, the referees.
You're one of them.
And when you look at Boston,
you're one of them.
when you look at Boston's,
the Chiefs.
what you call it? You good?
Nah, Musa's free. Musa's free.
No, I'm good.
You good? Okay.
Yeah.
I agree with what you are saying, but my point is that if you close your eyes and you are looking at Shea's game, what stands out for you?
Man is an artist.
What stands out in his
I'm
game?
not sitting. Listen, I'm not sitting here defending the Oklahoma City's like I
He's
like.
very efficient.
Just close your eyes and look at his game and say what stands. I am a fan of him with what he does. He scores the basket at a higher rate. But
He's
when you close
unguardable.
your eyes and look at his game,
He's unguardable. Right. The only team that actually guard him that I've seen that could guard him based on the personnel they had with the youth, like you guys mentioned, that's the San Antonio Spurs. When you got
Mhm.
Cassidy out there, Castle out there doing what he does, right? Because he
Yeah.
doesn't have to score no points. We know what they need him to score more points. It doesn't, right? So I see the San Antonio, the matchup against San Antonio is very, very, very energetic to the point where Shea looked tired. He needed help, and his number two, or Robin,
He
was
was
out.
out.
He was out in that series. So, but I'm not sitting here to defend OKC like I like Shea, he's my favorite player or not. But what this
But
man
Musa,
does night in and night out, he's consistent with what he does. He's the
Musa,
fight. He's the MVP for a reason, and because of that, you have to give respect to the guy, man.
but
Like
Musa,
you don't have to be too flashy. Tom Brady was not flashy.
go back
Team
to your question though. We were just answering your question.
We answer your question.
Go back to the
right.
question. We
I'm not
said
saying you guys are not answering the
yes,
question. Can you guys hear me?
they are great to watch if you really love basketball. But for the casual fans, there's a reason why they like Anthony Edwards, they like the Warriors, they like those teams. And guess what? The NBA
Solo.
cares more about the casual fans because the casual fans are more than us, the real fans. At the end of the day, they want TV ratings, right?
Solo.
There's a reason why
Okay.
San Antonio and OKC is not the marquee matchup. They have the Knicks and Philly. You know what I mean?
Because of what? Because Philly is bringing their stardom. There's a superstar, LeBron James,
Exactly.
Jalen Brown. Because of that, we're not talking
Exactly.
overall. When you look
And
at the
they're big
rosters, of
markets
course,
too.
I get that. That's what I'm saying. But we're talking about basketball here. OKC versus
Yes.
San Antonio Spurs matchup is more of a basketball to watch than a marketable thing. I get that. I'm not denying that. But when you look at these two teams, how they play against each other, there's no excuses on who wins, who loses. But I guess the Knicks and the 76ers, there's always gonna be something no matter what happened. I just said it earlier. If the 76ers lose, oh, this is the first game, man. LeBron's gonna get it together, man. They don't got no chemistry right now. If the Knicks lose, it's gonna be the same. Oh, it's a ceremony night. They just emotional night. 53 years drop. The city is lit. That's
So
what
if San
matters. It
Antonio,
just
if
game
San
on.
Antonio
But
loses, there'll be
San
no excuses.
Antonio versus the OKC matchup, there won't be no excuses when whoever loses. Whoever loses is gonna.
The rivalry.
There's always an
right there.
excuse. There's always a reason why. Musa, I guarantee you that the day after the game, we're gonna find a lot of reasons why one team lost, one team won.
I'm not talking about the reasons of the execution on the court. I'm talking about as a team itself, the rivalry that they are.
They're gonna be excuses. It's always every game.
It's like watching Barcelona versus Real Madrid. It doesn't matter if Barcelona go play Real Madrid 4-0. Nobody don't give a damn who played, who didn't play.
Yeah.
It's a classical. You know what I'm saying? This is the OKC versus San Antonio Spurs.
No, I agree with you. I am agreeing with what you are saying because they have built their rivalry from last year, and San Antonio makes it a big deal when they beat OKC. So OKC is coming in this year trying to get revenge from what happened to them last year, right?
All right,
So I am agreeing with you on that one. But I'm saying that to the casual fan, are you going to be excited watching them?
But
Not
if you
as much.
compare that
It's just
against
a-
the
it's a fact.
76ers, if you compare that against the 76ers, the answer is
Yes.
no, because the 76ers bring in star power.
That is my point.
They bring stardom to Madison Square Garden, and that's what Hollywood is at. I get that, but I'm just saying, like when it comes to the basketball itself, at the end of the game,
For
when
you,
look at
Musa,
it,
for you. That's for you.
I am speaking for me. You speaking for everybody else that's not casual fan. I'm not speaking for who's a casual fan or not.
I speak as a commissioner of the NBA. It's a business.
I get that. I'm not denying that part, bro. But OKC versus San Antonio Spurs, for what they had delivered to us especially last season,
It was
it's a
excellent.
must-see TV, bro.
Yeah, it is.
You gotta watch these young teams go at it.
But
It
Musa,
is-
if
I hope they keep both teams together for a long time. But I mean, we have the salary cap that needs
It's
to
not-
be.
it's unfortunately that's not happening.
Yeah,
4-5 years from now, somebody will gonna move someone. It's just
yeah,
the way
the
it is.
money, yeah.
Right. Because guess what? Every single year, the salary cap keep going up.
mm-hmm.
So now, listen, a lot of those, and let's not forget, one of the reasons why San Antonio is so good right now, they got a bunch of players on the rookie contract. Sooner or
Yeah.
later, all those players want to get paid,
Mm-hmm.
and they'll be out. It's like the NFL. You gotta win the Super Bowls with a bunch of young players. Otherwise, you're not gonna, unless you are the Rams.
All right. Okay. Question: which individual matchup do you want to see? Bronson versus LeBron James, or Shea versus Wemby?
Well,
That's a fair question.
because those four players you mentioned, I don't know how really often they got each other at all.
Let me repeat my question again. Right.
Uh-huh.
Which individual matchup do you want to see? Bronson versus LeBron James, or Shea versus Wemby?
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be in terms of
It's a
the
team or
conversation, or
individual
what would drive
players.
NBA conversation. You want to see Bronson and LeBron James go at it.
That won't be fair.
There is a lot of narrative that will come out from that compared to just think about it.
And
Let's-
LeBron won't be on John the whole time. Are we talking the actual game? Or we
Bro,
just
we're
talking
talking about the game itself. I'm
their
not talking
teams?
about one-on-one. When they talk about quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes versus Josh Allen, does that mean they're going to play against each other with one playing defense, the other playing offense? No, it's about performance. When you look at it, Shea versus Wemby or Bronson versus LeBron James. If you these two individual matchup, who you think the world is going to like? Who do you want to see? Who?
That's what I'm saying. It's going to be Bronson and LeBron James because you are going to see multiple highlights. That
See, he's a LeBron
is
James
going
fan.
to affect
That's the reason
everything,
why
the
Obama
conversation that comes after the game.
Huh?
That's what I say.
What do you say?
I don't know. I know he said Bronson. I know he's breaking up right now, but
You
can you hear
breaking
me?
up?
Can you hear me?
What did you say? Yeah.
No, I say, you guys, you are a Knicks fan. He's a LeBron James fan. So of course, this question is really not. You
didn't
telling
answer the
me right
question
now,
yet.
bro? No, what?
I didn't even answer the question yet. He answered the question. I didn't even say nothing yet. You already know my answer.
Yeah, but man, we skipped the earlier game. The first game of the NBA season is the Celtics versus the Pistons. I know the Pistons and they want to be part of the conversation. They was part of the conversation last year because they were the number one team. But I did read a title contender. Solo, talk to me, man, because you're Mr. East Coast. Because I'm a New York Knicks. We won the title. We beat these teams. We almost swept these teams. We did all these things. Is the Pistons a title contender?
I said no, and I wish they were. Because, like you say, at the beginning of the season last year, they looked like they were. I don't know. I don't follow them closely. I don't know what kind of moves they made in the offseason. If they got any better. Did you just say they lost to Bear Harris,
Yeah,
right?
Tobias Harris to San Antonio.
Right. So I don't know how they replace him. We know they have a superstar point guard. We know that. But I don't know if they got any better. So I don't consider them to be a title contender. The Celtics, I don't know what they're gonna be. Yes, they still got what's his name?
Tatum?
Right, Tatum, right? I don't know what's around him. If they're gonna continue playing that 3-point shooting, they're not gonna go anywhere.
That's what they're going to do.
They're not gonna go anywhere.
Yeah.
And also, so that to me, the Detroit-Boston matchup, I know the NBA, they're trying to, tell us is a great matchup. I don't say it. We got Detroit, got Boston here. I'm not excited for that game. I don't know if you guys are excited, but I'm not. Because I don't think Boston's gonna be any good. I think they're gonna be decent, but I don't see them going any further and any far in the playoffs. I don't see Detroit gonna be good in the regular season, just like last year. They're gonna be fine in the regular season, and towards the end, when they get tired, they'll be knocked out. So to me, that matchup is not exciting at all.
Yeah, George.
Yeah, I don't know why they put that matchup on the first day.
Because
That's
Detroit
why it's
looked good,
a
so
3
good last year.
Because for me, as Solo said, Boston, the only thing Boston is going to be doing is probably shoot the threes. And the reason why I think that they let Jaylen Brown go was that they figured throughout last season, the team was okay with just Jaylen Brown. So now they're putting Tatum in the role of Jaylen Brown without changing anything. And they are hoping that they will achieve the same thing, right? But if you look at Detroit, it's like, what is the expectation now for them?
Well, the thing is because they were so good last year, and then they got knocked out by Cleveland, and they should have won that series against Cleveland. They blew that. They had game 7 at home, and they still lost.
Not enough manpower in the offense.
Right. Unfortunately,
they had nothing. They couldn't shoot the ball, right? So if that is your first game of the season, what is the attraction over there?
I think they were just looking at the teams which finished top last season, and they are hoping Detroit gets better. I'm talking about the NBA, and they are hoping Boston also gets better. I just don't see. Like, let me ask you guys, just roughly, if you had to predict the top 4 teams in the East, What are those teams? The top 4 at the end of the season. Let's say at the end of the season, these are the last remaining 4 teams. Who are the 4 teams?
Sixers.
I will say the Knicks will be there.
Next.
Sixers will be there. I'm still tipping Washington to be there.
And
Miami.
Cleveland, no?
Cleveland, no, for me, Miami will be.
Musa, you too?
I think Miami, Cleveland. Because right now, okay, Washington got the players, but I haven't seen them did anything for the past decade or so. So
Exactly my point. Neither of you even mentioned Detroit or Boston at all.
right.
No.
Exactly, but there's a thing though with Detroit. Detroit don't get to play the underdog card anymore. If you finish the Eastern Conference as number 1 seed as a conference champion, basically, right? I'm just saying, like, as a top seed during the regular season, you don't get to play underdog. Now it's time for you to come show us that you're capable of doing it again. If you can't do it again, they become a fluke. If you don't end in top 5, then it was a fluke season for you guys because of whatever reasons why you guys made it as a number 1 seed. It doesn't matter anymore. But this season, I don't think they should be playing the underdog. So whatever they could do, get it done. Because Boston, and same thing with Boston, you got rid of Jaylen Brown, like you mentioned, George. Now and Jaylen Brown helped you finish the 2nd place. Jason Tatum come back, and the Kamari wasn't there, for you guys to blow 3-1 lead, and he was on the sideline. And you choose that man over this man that carry you guys to become in the 2nd seed. So Boston Celtics season is going to be very, very interesting. Do I want to see them successful? Hell no. I'm a Laker for life. But at this point right now, man, I want to see Boston just drop on the head and don't get back up. I hope they'll be making to the playoff.
I do, man. When the
I
Celtics are good, it's good for the NBA.
There we go.
I think
Man,
for
stop.
Detroit,
When the Lakers is good for the NBA.
You're right.
Yeah,
and
but
Lakers, the Boston,
Exactly.
when these teams are good, it's good for the NBA.
But if you look at it, I think the way Detroit play is good for the regular season. So I won't be surprised if they are still at the top of the Eastern Conference.
Or top 4 at least.
Yes.
In the regular season.
In the regular season, the way they play basketball is good for the 82 games. But when it gets to the playoff, everything slows down. I know your place, you know my place. So it comes down to who is going to make the difference. And that is where they struggled last year against Cleveland. Because you have guys that cannot shoot the ball if they have a defender on them. That made it difficult for Detroit. But in the regular season, team doesn't really game plan against you. We're just going through the motion and we're waking up back-to-back game. We have to be there at the arena and play. So they will be good in the regular season, but I don't think.
But you know what I gotta say though? They have one thing going for them. I know in the NFL they always say defense always travels, right? So Detroit. One thing about Detroit, they're gonna play hard.
That's true.
Yeah.
They're gonna play hard. So at least they still have that. They might not have the talent. Like the difference between Cleveland and Detroit. Cleveland won that series just on talent alone.
That is true. That's what I'm talking about.
Not playing hard.
Yes.
Just on talent alone.
Wait,
that is what playoff does to you.
Go ahead,
this is what George says earlier about the 76ers. What you just say? Talent-wise, 76ers versus the Knicks. Close game. Who you got? George was talking about the talents of the 76ers.
I know, but
you mentioned Bronson alone.
No, but the difference I was saying, the Knicks play hard too. Cleveland don't play hard. Cleveland just wins on talent. You got James Harden doing his thing and Donovan Mitchell doing his thing. Detroit actually play hard. Yeah, they lost that series, but you can't tell me it was lack of trying. They tried hard. That's why I think the drop off won't be as bad as we're thinking. They're still gonna be there, hanging around in the top 4, all throughout the regular season because they're gonna play hard.
That was fine. Yeah, they will do that.
I don't know. Let's see if they bring a new players. Somebody that could score beside the one man that could just go drop 35 points. You can't have Ken Hannon going all season. You got to drop 35 points for them to win. He had to drop 35 points for the guys to win.
And the bad thing is also the point guard. So he's point guard he's working so hard already.
He's working
and
too
then
hard.
At the same time, he's not working too hard, you said?
No. As I said, he worked too hard.
Right. He's working too hard. At the same time, you expect him to drop 35, 40 points.
Exactly.
He can't do that every single game in the playoffs. He can give you maybe 2 or 3 like that. Unless you bring another shooting guard who's just as good handling the ball. Give him a little break.
So
bring James Harden.
That is what I was saying. That in the playoffs, teams can just zone in to what you are good at, right? So now it comes down to individual skill. What can you do individually to offset what the other team is going to do. And if you look at last year, what happened to Detroit, their center was averaging close to 20 points a game in the regular season. That Jalen Duran. In the playoffs, he was averaging about 10.
I mean,
that is a huge drop-off, right? Because teams could zone into what you are good at. Now they are not giving you the second chances anymore. They are not giving you the dunks anymore. Can you find a jump shot somewhere?
Right. And also,
can you get to your averages?
And also, I think some teams, they say, you know what? We're gonna let their superstar player get his points.
Yeah.
And everybody else won't get nothing. I know when sometimes when teams play Cleveland, they'll be like, we know James Harden like jack up threes. Let him do what he do. Let him get his points, but everybody else will shut them down. And a lot of times that works all the time. Actually, because star players, you can't completely shut them down. Sometimes they're gonna get their points, but the rest of the team, if not contributing, then it doesn't mean anything.
That's why they always say in the NBA that the role players will win you a game at home, and your star players need to win you a game on the road.
Right.
Because on the road,
for Detroit.
Yeah, your role play.
Detroit was at home. Where were the role players in that game 7?
Right.
And they were at home. They didn't show up.
Yeah, fellas, man, I appreciate it. Any last take, George? Any last take, Solo?
I mean, we need to go to a game. Can you call the Knicks front office and tell them they can't jack up the tickets like that?
Right, man. It's just crazy.
Yeah, man. Like I say, Musa, we're in New York, man. You know things are expensive.
They're very expensive.
The tickets are now like $2,500. That's the cheapest. Come on.
That's
Listen, man. It's Knicks, man. And now they have a chance of winning. It's crazy, man.
But open night, open night is not win your titles, but it tell us who you ready for.
I don't go
who you
game.
are.
I go once in a while.
For the game, right? You know what I mean? But at the end of the triple header, this opener, I know somebody's gonna be overreacting. Somebody will talk about dynasty, like Solo might think the Knicks is dynasty for the biggest.
After game 1, no.
Yeah, you never know with you Knicks fans these days.
We're not that crazy.
Somebody's already calling Wash NBA basketball is officially back, ladies and gentlemen, with the setup, how they set this first opener with the double headers, especially after the 3 p.m. games, because nobody cares about Boston. Nobody cares about Detroit. Like you say, at 7, the small marketing teams is not excited to watch. Solo.
I didn't say that. I watch. I'm talking about the NBA. Also remember that. Another reason why the NBA did that. Don't forget, on the same day, we do have NFL football.
Yeah.
We know what NFL football does to basketball.
Exactly.
So the only game they put in between games is the Knicks 26 games. The rest of the games are almost in the same time slot as the NFL games. So the NBA, they're like, you know what? We can have all our time to ourselves. Let's put the Knicks and Philadelphia. The other games, there'll be NFL games going on. I'm gonna have to be going back and forth.
Well, I'm excited to watch both seasons, both sports. I'm definitely excited watching this NBA game because I know the Lakers and the 76ers are gonna be in the NBA Finals, and the rest of you guys gonna enjoy this as we make it.
The Lakers still have fans?
Yo, man.
I
Musa.
I think the Lakers are finding out. You guys are finding out the hard way. Now guys know. Yeah.
The Musa, your Lakers, they have taken basketball back in the 1920s when they didn't allow black people to play basketball. That's the lineup they got. Are they gonna tell me they're gonna go all the way?
Not even that. I think that now they are realizing that the fans that they thought they had were actually LeBron fans.
No, speak for yourself now. Speak for yourself.
About 40% of the Lakers fans.
You gotta speak for yourself.
I am saying that your viewership after the first game, let's look at the viewership, average viewership from last year to
compared to this year.
A lot of us will watch the game at 7. We are watching 7 to 9 and we are going to bed. We are not staying up to 10:30, 11 anymore to watch the game.
Also, the Lakers, they are for sale, right?
They're already sold Lakers for 12 points. Wait. Let me do the talking, man. This is a Laker man right here now.
I asked a question.
No, you said all this thing about the Lakers. You telling me a marketable team like the Los Angeles Lakers doesn't have fans because of a guy that like to jump shift and go build a super team left? Thank God. Thank you, LeBron, for what you have done for the past 80 years. No problem.
So you can
Kudos
answer
to
my
you.
question or what?
Wait, let me say this. So the Lakers, after it was purchased June last year, June 2025 for 10
Uh-huh.
billions,
Jenny Bass not there anymore.
and then he's been sold this year for 12.5 billions
They're gonna
to
bring
Donald
down
Trump and his
that
people and them.
brand.
But whatever happens, right, the
Huh?
Lakers brand will always remain as a Lakers brand. Whatever happens, the Lakers franchise in the NBA is the greatest franchise in the league, in the world, period. Anywhere you go, there's a Laker fan. Before LeBron get there, LeBron did not build the Lakers like he did the Cleveland or anywhere else.
He
The
did not,
Lakers
right.
had Shaq, Kobe, Kareem, Magic. We already had this brand built before LeBron even get there.
Nobody's disputing
We
that.
don't owe LeBron nothing. Now, hold on. I'm talking to the LeBron James fan. We owe LeBron James nothing but thank you and goodbye. His jersey's not even gonna be hanging the rack because he hasn't done nothing but
doesn't
won
care
us
about
one
that.
titles in the bubble.
Hey,
Whoa, let me finish. So when you're talking about LeBron James fans are leaving, please, man, take your time. If you guys need right, I got you. Because before you guys get here, we celebrated
Don't worry, we
5
already
titles
packed our
in
bag.
my era.
Musa, I have one question. What's the number one selling jersey right now?
You
What's
tell
the number
me.
one selling jersey in the NBA right now?
Damn sure not Bronson.
Don't worry, we will take our son with us too.
Guess what?
Take your son.
Guess what?
Yeah, what?
LeBron James 76 jersey is gonna be hanging in here one day.
Yeah,
It doesn't mean anything.
it means something. Are you going to put Bronson jersey behind you?
We don't know who Bronson is because he never
Okay,
played for
yeah.
the Lakers.
Yeah, you
Yo.
He
just
hasn't played for the Lakers.
watch how the Sixers will take off revenue-wise, viewership.
Musa, you keep saying some brands, they can't be destroyed at all. Maybe not completely, but the value can always look at, for example, look at the Oakland Raiders.
Whoa,
The
whoa, whoa.
Raiders, and I'm not comparing the Lakers exactly to the Raiders, but we're talking about football. The Oakland Raiders was a big brand. Everywhere you go, Raiders, right? Well, that guy, when he was forced to sell the team and they switched, how many people talk about Raiders now?
Wait, time out. If
Not
the
that
New York
many.
Knicks, if the New York Knicks could go 53 years without winning a title and the brand hasn't been destroyed, what makes you think
No.
La La Land,
I'm not saying
that Los
completely
Angeles Lakers is
Musa,
gonna get
hear
destroyed?
me. I'm not saying completely to the ground. I'm just saying the importance kind of it fluctuates. Sometimes you're a big deal, sometimes you're still a big deal, but not as much. What has been helping the Lakers compared to the Knicks? The Lakers have been champions. They have been winning championships. That helps.
And they had superstars.
It helps build the brand.
And they still got a superstar.
Musa.
Oh, they are
Musa,
living. Your fans
Musa,
are living with him.
Musa, San Antonio have been winning championships. How come the brand didn't grow like the Lakers?
How you compare San Antonio? You can't compare San Antonio with the Knicks, but you want to compare San Antonio with the Knicks.
That's what I'm saying.
Lakers.
You can't compare some franchises like that. Winning does help.
So what is all this? What is all this rampage about brand being destroyed or brand falling off?
No, he's not saying the brand is getting destroyed. He's just saying some of us that were watching, staying up late to watch the Lakers game, we are not doing that anymore.
Who cares? The Lakers went how many years without making the playoff? They were still getting TV time
because it's the Lakers.
How many TV times did they have this year?
How many?
Look at the flip. The Sixers had how many games on TV last year?
Yo, George, even the games that on TV, we didn't watch. We were sleeping.
We were sleeping.
You were sleeping. Who's we?
Most of us.
Even if the games are on TV, we wouldn't watch. We will be sleeping.
Musa.
That is the point.
You said we
were watching.
Musa. 25% of the United States population live on the east side of the country.
Okay.
And all of us, we are on the Eastern time zone.
Okay.
So when the teams on the West Coast are playing at 1 o'clock in the morning, we're not watching, except you, the diehard fan. I don't care who's on the team. LeBron, Luka, I'm not staying up 1 o'clock to watch the Lakers. But if they played in our time zone, guess what? I will watch him in the shitty Lakers.
Solo, it's already past your bedtime 3 hours ago, and you still up.
Because of you. That's why I'm up. This is not because of the Lakers.
Do you also know that who's the Lakers new co-owner is? I can't remember his last name, but I know his first name is Bob. Which
Kushner. There's a Kushner in there.
Yeah,
and when I hear
Josh
Kushner,
Kushner, and then there's Bob Igor, something his last name is, right?
Ega.
Yo, so
Hey.
do you know who?
So that
Wait,
is
wait,
your
wait, wait,
angle
time out,
you're
time
going
out.
to go to?
Do
So,
you know who he is when it comes to entertainment and media? This man
He's
has been.
the CEO of what? Really? That's where you are going?
I'm just trying to tell you guys how this Lakers team is gonna be more commercial. When you listen to the Dallas Cowboys, right? What do we always know about the Dallas Cowboys? They're
Delusional.
franchise based on delusional fans. It's like the Buffalo Bills.
Dallas Cowboys sells delusion.
Okay,
So,
it's just
Okay,
like
but
the
guess
Buffalo
what?
Bills, right? But what's the
The-
difference?
The Dallas Cowboys are
It's just like the Buffalo Bills, right? But what's the difference?
Hold on.
Buffalo Bills sells
Small
hope.
market.
There are two things. The
Small
Bills
market.
sells hope.
And the Cowboys.
The Cowboys sells delusion. Those are two different things.
Hold on.
What?
The Dallas Cowboys
Yeah,
is
what?
the greatest franchise, sports franchise on the planet.
Finance wise, right? Why?
Brand.
Brand, yes.
Greatest on
Brand.
the planet. We're not doing it in America, on the planet.
Why?
Dallas Cowboys. They
Why?
don't win championships
Why?
because Jerry Jones, he knows how to market his team. Okay? What I said about the Lakers, I'm not saying the Lakers gonna be on the same level as the Brooklyn Nets or the Bucks. I'm just saying what we've known the Lakers to be, they're not gonna be the same. We got new ownership, now winning championship, they got a white team now.
How do you know that?
I mean, how I know because I look at the lineup, I don't think they're gonna do anything this season.
Wait.
That's my prediction.
For the guy, now you're talking basketball. For the guy that be sitting here for the past hour and 20-some minutes talking about marketing, NBA marketing, capital of
You gotta win too.
When did the New York Knicks start winning?
I mean,
Dude,
they just won double.
Musa.
Yeah, at this point, you got to give it to them.
I'm not denying that, Joe.
Musa.
I'm just trying to get Solo to understand that he's trying to talk like the Lakers is just gonna fall apart because of new ownership.
I didn't say they're gonna fall apart. I'm just saying the cachet is not the same level. It won't be the same level like it was during the heydays.
Wait, Joe. Tell me the top 10 NBA players in the league right now.
Players?
Give me 5.
Players?
Yes.
None of them is on the Lakers.
You tell me that Luka is not top 5 or top 10?
Nope, it's not. It's not top 5.
Look, let's assume Luka is on the top 5.
Luka is a global icon. Jalen Brunson is a New York City's icon. There's a difference.
And Musa, I guess what matters most in America is in America. What matters most to Americans?
You'd be surprised when you got a China and then you got Africa.
Wait, who in Africa knows Luka? Wait, who?
I'm sure. I'm sure they do.
I need to follow Twitter Africa and see if anybody mentioned Luka.
Musa, you just said the Knicks and the Cowboys have been bad for so long and they're still been relevant.
Why?
First of all, we're talking about the biggest city in America, with the biggest media market in America. Everything in New York City is big. Even though the Knicks have been bad for so long, they still sell out every game. They're still profitable for the NBA.
And the Lakers wasn't profitable.
When the Lakers played last season, I saw a lot of empty seats during regular season games. Did you see any empty seats at the Mecca? No. And the Lakers is a big-time franchise.
Why they turn the light on.
Wait.
There's the reason why they don't have the light on.
Wait. Market value, Lakers and Knicks.
Well, I don't know what's the value. It changes every year. I don't know. Google and tell me.
I just told you right now, is it $12.5 billion just got sold?
How much do you think the Knicks will sell for if they sold today?
To whom?
5 billion?
Anybody.
5 billion?
If the Knicks sold today.
Solo, this argument you are going to lose.
I'm just telling you. It's the Knicks not gonna sell 5 billion. That's way too low.
The Knicks need to win 4 more titles within the next 5 years.
With the Knicks, it's not about winning. It's the location.
And then you talking about LA is not a location.
What are you talking about?
You say the Knicks have to win 4 more championships to sell for more than 5 billion? Are you serious?
Yes.
5 billion?
Yes.
Yo, man, if the Knicks sold today, they'll go between 12 and 15 billion. I can guarantee you that.
All right, fellas, man. Let's close this section out, man. We talk about continue this in the next episode, man. But the NBA season opener is here. The schedule's up, excuse me. And we got excited headlines, especially the Knicks versus the 76ers. The LeBron James and Jalen Brown heading to the Madison Square Garden. Can't wait to watch that game. And the next day, do not forget, the greatest franchise playing against us, Golden State Warriors, the Lakers playing against the Warriors, the Rockets, and the OKC. There's a lot of pack going on, bro. This NBA schedule solo, I think you're right. They are matching the NFL. NFL need to get ready because the way the NBA is coming is 82 games. So I don't compare that with 16, 18 games. But
okay, hypothetical though. Question to you guys: What if the NBA started in December and they play all the way through August?
Why?
Wouldn't they capture a lot of the market? Because then you start December, NFL season ends when? February. So you have only 2 months, actual 2 months to compete with the NFL. And after that, the main sports in America for the next 6-7 months is going to be the NBA.
Well, you got to remember the NBA, they're not trying to play the whole summer. We got summer leagues, got the Olympics, we got other things going on during the other year. It would be so hard for the NBA to just switch the whole schedule to play throughout summer.
Great point.
What they have to do is compete with the NFL. You gotta compete. You gotta find a way to compete with them.
You can't. You can't compete with the NFL because
we already know that in America they can't, but the rest of the world, NBA is bigger than the NFL. We know that. Way bigger.
Is true, because they have a lot of games, and what the reason why they can't compete is that the NFL season runs for what 4 months, 4 5 months, or 4 months.
Yep. Well, there's no off season in the NFL. There's no off season. There's always something going on.
The season is like 4-5 months, and people want more after that. If your team doesn't make the playoffs, then your season is over in December, right? So you are starting September to December, and you don't get to enjoy football again all the way till another September. Right.
The need for more in the NFL, I think that's the reason why. So, and plus, NFL is more like a culture thing. It's like college sports.
It's like college football, right?
College football, even college basketball. When you see the Madness, like compared to the NBA, man, a lot of people watch Madness because even your grandparents are watching Madness. So I don't think that these two sports could compete based on the need for more of the NFL. NFL fans were more, like George said. So it's really not going to be competing when you play 82 games. That's
there is no competition for NBA cannot compete with the NFL.
It's finding those open spots where they can where there's no NFL games and put their games there. Because if like sports fans like us, if there's no NFL, we're gonna watch NBA, right?
That is true.
So I think that's what they have to do. Changing the whole schedule, that would be tough for them.
Yeah.
Because you got to remember, these sponsors they have, they buy contracts for 10, 12 years ahead with billions of dollars. You can't tell NBC, you know what? We're going to have to play in the summer, and then NBA at the same time, they're bidding for the Olympics coverage. People like, how can I do the Olympics and have, so I don't think that's happening. NBA, they have to concentrate on the international market where they dominate over the NFL and continue making money in China and India and Africa and everywhere else. In America, let NFL take over. Let them maintain their dominance in America.
And
just know they're making money outside America, though.
And the shady things that the NFL is doing is actually trying to steal Christmas Day for the whole.
Why.
So they know that they got that.
This year they're gonna be a football game on every single day of the week. At some point, you're gonna have a game on Monday, on Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
All right, fellas, let me say this one more time so I won't end up saying it again. Fellas, thank you guys for being here. Thanks for watching Bala Sport TV. Let's wrap this up. Continue this in the next episode. George, Solo, appreciate you guys, man. And Solo, thank you for staying up. I know it's past your bedtime, man.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Like and subscribe, man. I appreciate you guys for watching Bala Sport.